I think it's pretty amazing when you see, putting a budget in place, having that structure, and I guess having Infinity backing you in those moves that you've made, how that translates to your kids and potentially is going to set them up financially, to have a much better future than they could have even imagined prior to joining.
And allow them to have those choices that sort of we robbed ourselves of basically because we didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast
With Graham Home.
Graham Home.
You're fucking gone. See ya.
Hi, my name is Ella. I am one of the relationship managers here at Infinity. I'm here with my clients, Aaron and Michelle, today. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Ella.
So I guess just kicking straight into it, what drew you to Infinity initially? What was it about G's approach to finances that kind of pulled you in?
I guess we'd tried a few different structures over the years that didn't work. And he kept on popping up on Facebook feeds and things like that. So I'd watch one of the Tuesday night webinars by myself because being on social media, I thought you had the skeptic hat on sort of thing. And I don't know if it's the swearing or his normal approach, but it sort of resonated with me a bit. So I told Michelle about it, and we sat through another Tuesday night webinar, and the rest is history. So we just went down the masterclass route and
straight in
from there.
And I think the process has been quite easy, and they've done all the thinking for us.
Yeah.
Which has made it
absolutely. Kind of passing some of that planning, I guess, over and having trust in the process. So awesome.
Giving us a structure, basically.
Absolutely. And so when you came on board prior to Infinity, obviously you've got 4 growing kids now.
Yes.
So what did your budget look like before you came on board? Did you have one?
Zero.
No budget.
No budget. Just
spent
living
what we
paycheck to paycheck, basically. So what came in went out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So not really much structure. And did you have lots of accounts all over the place, or was it pretty streamlined, just obviously not mindful of that spending?
Well, at that stage, we were still running separate accounts. So what was mine was hers, what was hers was hers. So,
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. Okay. And so prior to coming, you also had some credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with coming on board, we have restructured that to having now a buffer. So what was that change like, getting rid of those? I feel like a lot of clients come to us and they view those as security blankets, having that credit card. Yeah. How was that change for you? Obviously, now to having that buffer, how do you feel about the way your accounts are structured?
I find it quite empowering to know that the buffer's there, so it's our money. We're not using the bank's money. We're not paying interest on that. So our credit cards were maxed out, so they were no good to us anyway. So we were just paying down a little bit of that at a time. So it feels quite empowering to say, not, you're not having that anymore. You're going to earn the money and have it there ready for your bills. So yeah.
And when some of those big things do come in, you don't have that thinking piece. You just know that you've got that kind of emergency fund sitting there waiting. So definitely a change.
Good. Yeah.
Absolutely. And talk me through what your budget is now. I know you guys are both on 60 strong currently, so that's playing with the budget a little bit. But you guys have been managing amazingly. So talk me through what we were on, what we're currently really spending.
Yeah. So when we first started with Infinity, we were sitting at about, not sitting about, it was $790 a week. So for a family of 6 big humans and 3 kids celiac, it's expensive to feed them. But as you said, we're on 60 strong at the moment, and
miscommunication on our part that we were going to do $10 between us each in the challenge, but Aaron took it as $10 each.
Yes, so $20.
$20 a day. So $140 off
we had
a
to
week.
Cut off the
budget.
So we're sitting at $650 a week.
Yeah,
which we've been doing it for this week 5, I think.
And how are we finding that?
Pretty well.
Yeah.
And we sort of said, even if we trim it back, say $100, still get the $790, but we can distribute it elsewhere, and that's a holiday at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's five grand or a bit over. So
Yeah. And I think with that restructure and just knowing where every dollar's going, it does give you that, I guess, mindset of, is this money worth spending right now on things we won't remember? Or, could we use it to build memories with the family or go towards something that we actually need?
correct,
So,
yeah. So we thought we need that 790.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
sort of
Yeah.
figured it all out, and
Yeah.
it's amazing that you still can find $100 odd bucks a week that you don't need to spend.
I think sometimes it's having that challenge, right? We get used to what we're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And so dropping it down to, I guess, a number that probably seemed pretty scary when you first, you're like, okay, $20, not $10. But yeah, like you just make it work. And probably a few months of conditioning with sticking to that budget helped coming into that as well. So that's awesome. Are we going to be potentially keeping it closer to the 650 going forward?
Yeah, I think so. And as I said, we'll most probably still get that 700 odd, but we'll just park it elsewhere just in case emergency pops up that we need something.
Yeah.
But and then put it away for a holiday at the end of the year or something.
Totally. Well, you guys should be really proud. I think it's you've taken that challenge head on and just smashed it with that budget. So that's awesome. And tell me a little bit, I guess, when you joined up, obviously you've got 4 kids. They're kind of coming into those adult years now, potentially considering property themselves. How has what you've learnt, I guess, translated through to your family, seeing what you're doing with your finances?
Yeah, I think the eldest 2 have really sort of taken it on board. Our eldest daughter was a bit of a skeptic initially. I suppose we'd made some
Sounded too good to be true.
and we made some questionable decisions earlier on through investments and things like that. So she was rightly concerned, but it's exciting for us. She's actually coming down to REM next weekend. So she's joined up Infinity. She's gone through the process of doing the masterclass and everything else. So,
Well, I'll have to meet her.
Yeah, you definitely will.
For sure, I'm going to be
She
there.
would love to.
Yeah. No, I think it's pretty amazing when you see, putting a budget in place, having that structure, and I guess having Infinity backing you in those moves that you've made, how that translates to your kids and potentially is going to set them up financially, to have a much better future than they could have even imagined prior to joining.
And allow them to have those choices that sort of we robbed ourselves of basically for, because we didn't know any better.
Yeah. We didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's what's amazing is just being able to have experts in the area.
Yeah.
I know you said that you've had investments in the past that hadn't gone to plan at least. So I guess having the security that people are watching and making sure that that all kind of follows through is a key part in having that confidence. Awesome. I don't really have any other questions. So did you guys have any questions for me? Happy with how the process has
checking in on
gone?
us and keeping us on track.
Yeah, that's the
Checking
goal.
our bank accounts.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping you guys on track, making sure that you kind of hit those targets. And I guess now that we've got all of these investment properties, we're just working towards that together and making sure everything happens to build an amazing future.
Yeah, but I think even our catch up a couple of weeks ago on Zoom or wherever it was, but just showing us how to operate the app and file things in correct spaces and just to keep us more accountable and making sure things are sitting in the right bucket. And,
we appreciated that.
Yeah, and I think it's a huge piece as well. Like I obviously am there for accountability anytime you guys need, but I don't have your cards. I can't stop you spending. I can't help you spend. So, that self-accountability is a huge piece. And I think that's where we're coaching you is to be able to make those decisions without even having to come to us for certain things. And I guess putting a bit of trust in you guys. So having that view, seeing what you're spending, where every dollar's going is a huge part of being able to keep yourselves accountable as well as me doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think that's everything. So I guess thank you so much for coming in and can't wait to see what you guys achieve in the coming months and years with Infinity.
Most definitely.
Very exciting.
You're fucking gone. See ya.